If you're considering buying a home or investment property in 2025, you need to understand the 6 factors that drive the entire real estate market and economy. I'm going to break down each of these 6 key factors, show you the market trends over the last year, and explain exactly what will happen throughout 2025, which honestly is a little terrifying. But let's dive into the data. For the US Economic and Real Estate Update, there are really 6 numbers that drive the entire market. We're going to break down each of these numbers one by one, and I'll tell you where we were in 2024 and where we're headed in 2025. First is home sales, home price, total market volume, the inventory actually available for purchase, mortgage rates, and overall affordability. So first we're going to jump into home sales. I'll show you a graph of what it visually looks like, and then I'll break down the numbers in one by one scenario. So here you can see the home sales for the past 30 years and the projected values and the projected amounts up for sale in 2024 and in 2025. The total home sales in 2024 was only 4.1 million, which was the lowest total in 29 years. 2024's 4.1 million sales was really just full of the people who actually had to move, not the ones that wanted to move. Reasons that they had to: they bought rings, they got a divorce, they died, downsizing, or they had a kid. And so the question really becomes, is that going to change in 2025? And the answer is no. The market isn't going to give you anything. There is nothing technical or mechanical about the current market that is going to force people to sell. And the overall reason for that is we know interest rates and the current rate that they're at right now are not dropping currently. And people are not going to get rid of the mortgage rate that they have now to then go move and pay even more. The buying power is not shifting like that. In 2025, it's projected that only 4.2 million sales will happen, which again will be one of the lowest in the past 30 years. And nothing's changing in 2026 either. So if you think, oh, by the end of this year or by the start of 2026, I'll be able to have this drastic update and this drastic change, it's not coming. So with that also comes home prices increasing. So while sales volumes are not rising, home prices are rising because the buyer demand continues. There are more buyers now than ever in the market, and that's not going to stop either. Over the last 30 years, the average trend is that the housing market appreciates from 4 to 5% a year. Currently, we're in a 9.9% above the trend. And I get asked all the time, 2008's happening again. Are we going to see a massive decline like we did in 2008? And again, the answer to this is no. As you see, around 2006 area, we were 21% above the trend. If we compare that to today, we're not even 10% above the average trend line. And playing it out anyway, over 30 years, you're guaranteed to make money in real estate no matter what. So you may be buying at the top of the moment, but you're never actually buying at the top of the market. As long as you have a long-term thinking thought process within real estate, you will win every single time. And so 4% appreciation annually, home prices rise year after year. As long as you look at a 5 to 10 year span, you're never going to lose. We are at 9.9% above the trend line right now, and that makes people scared. It makes you say, oh my God, prices are so high. But it really is only high in comparison to right now and what it was last year and the year before that. And that's because the best time to buy was 10 years ago. And the second best time to buy is today. And 10 years from now, we're going to look back at this date and we're going to say, oh, that was the best time to buy. Now the second best time to buy is today, because the market continues to rise. And those who understand that real estate is a long game and it's long-term wealth, it's family wealth, it's generational wealth, those are the people that are going to win because they're going to enter the market now. And when we look at the total market volume, how much money has actually moved comparison to the agents that are available today. And the reason that I say the agents being available is extremely important is because in 2024 was the 3rd highest year ever in sales volume. So in terms of monetary value, 2024 was the highest number, the 3rd highest number of sales ever. However, only 4.1 million units were sold. So what that means is the homes are being sold for a significantly higher value than they ever were before. So you need a very niche and targeted realtor. A dentist and a physical therapist are both doctors. but you wouldn't go to a dentist for a pulled hamstring, and you wouldn't go to a physical therapist for a cavity. So you need a very, very targeted realtor in the area, in the market that you exactly want to look for. If you're looking for an investment property, a duplex or a triplex, you cannot go get a realtor who specializes in just selling homes at peak price, because they're not looking at your best interest. They don't care about your numbers and your data. You need an investing style realtor who's done this before, who's been an investor, and really cares about what you have to say and what you want to make. With that is because the inventory is declining massively. If you look at the trend over the last even 10 years, 2024 and 2025 are not good years in terms of inventory. Sure, we are slowly seeing climbing with inventory from 2024, but we have been underdeveloped for the past 10 years nationally. And that is not good for the numbers moving forward, while sales volumes are necessarily decreasing or staying flat, and prices are going up, and there's nothing really being developed. So there is no time to wait. There are 74% of mortgages have rates of less than 5.5%. And if we look at the pie chart, that leaves only about 26% of mortgages that are actually available to be sold. People are not moving out of their 5.5 or 3% or less interest rates. Those people will not sell their homes because it doesn't make mathematical sense for them to go purchase a new home. And 3 out of 4 mortgages being at a rate below 5%. And this will increase moving forward because as new buyers enter the market, the new average will obviously shift it a little bit. However, 38% of homeowners are mortgage-free and not selling to move into a 6% interest rate economy. 75% homeowners have 50% equity or more. So if this is you, this is a real opportunity because you can use this equity to build wealth. You can use the equity inside of your home, pull that money out through a cash out refinance or even a HELOC, especially if interest rates continue where they are today. It's not worth refinancing. You definitely don't want to start your mortgage all the way over from 30 years, and you definitely don't want to increase your interest rate. So look into HELOCs, use a portion of that money, pull out $100,000, and then use that to go buy another investment property. Put a tenant inside, they pay the mortgage, they pay the HELOC for you, and you get to take advantage of this massive appreciation that's coming as more buyers flood into the market very soon. So the overall takeaway, real estate will not get cheaper. More people want to buy, and if you think real estate's expensive now, wait till the buyers come flooding into the market and start overbidding everything again. We're only going to continue to rise and rise. The best time to buy is always now. It was 10 years ago, it was 20 years ago, it was even more 30 years ago, and the new best time is now. And in 10, 20, 30 years from now, you're going to look back and wish that you bought now. So if you have money to pull out, if you have money to invest, if you're looking for even your primary residence, now is the best time to buy because it now is the cheapest that real estate will ever be. Waiting will only make you pay more and lose out on the appreciation. As we saw, we're at 9.9% appreciation over the last 365 days. That appreciation will continue. The average has been 4 to 5% over the last 30 years, and that's not stopping anytime soon. So if you're looking to invest or thinking if 2025 is a good year or you're waiting for things to shift around, now is the best time to buy. Get into the market before the buyer rush and the buyer pool comes in, and take advantage of the appreciation that you'll get for generational wealth for yourself and your family.